Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this hockey game, Manchester Ford versus St. Thomas-Dover-Winnacunnet. Signing lineup for the visiting game, St. Thomas. On the fence, number 2 is Isabella Lilly. On the fence, number 22, Brielle Kelly. Right wing, number 4,
welcome to the JFK Memorial Coliseum here in Manchester, New Hampshire for today's matchup between the Manchester Queens and the St. Thomas-Dover-Winnacunnet co-op squad. My name is Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. It's a pleasure to be with you. And along me up here in the broadcast booth is Mr. Rich McDonough. Coach, I mean, these two teams have come into the game with a kind of a tough stretch here, with Manchester only being 3-5, while Dover St. Thomas, we'll call them the Dover, or St. Thomas, I guess I can say it. They're 2-7, but I'm excited for this game overall.
No, I mean, they're, evenly matched. They're in similar circumstances. They're kind of wedged in the pack for playoff seedings, tournament seedings. Right now, the Queens would make it. It's an 11-team draw, and St. Thomas is just outside, on the outside looking in. They are an amalgam of St. Thomas Aquinas, Dover, and Winnacunnet. So they're all decked out in navy blue with red and green representing their three schools. And off to the races we go. Winner gets a very, very valuable 4 points.
Yeah, I was looking at the jerseys. I was definitely surprised to see we have basically 6 high schools represented in this game. And Dover, obviously, I want to keep calling them Dover, but it's St. Thomas, the Saints, I guess we'll call them.
Well, they call themselves the Warriors. I got a good look at their jersey. They're great-looking uniform.
Absolutely. I was very impressed whoever designed that. And, the 3 colors, you can laugh, could be the Manchester schools combined as well.
I mean, they could wear these babies in the Stadium Series on New Year's Day. They look fantastic.
Absolutely, and we're off and ready to go with Manchester playing more defense for the first few minutes. Rich,
Yeah.
I'll let you take over the broadcast here, but Rosie Tag Blue will get that puck.
All right, Rosie gets the corner. Finally got him squared away. She was wearing 21 earlier in the year, and then 19 with the new unis, and looking slick. All right, we're already through a little over a minute. It's a slow. They're feeling each other out, it looks like, Kyle.
I was looking down there at some of the players for this 22 and 21 for the St. Thomas squad in Brielle Kelly and Elise Fournette. And we got a goal right there. Looks like it's Jamie Webster as I was looking down at my sheet. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Well, we were both looking at rosters right there just to make sure we got everybody on point. But at 13:36, big, quick goal.
Yeah, that's huge, as Manchester seems to really enjoy playing with a lead, as most teams would. But as you see up on the scoreboard, it is quickly a 1-0 game.
Well, that was fantastic. On my keys to the game, I mean, it sounds like a Grant's Tomb kind of question and answer. Is score for Manchester. It's home ice, but when they put the last few games, they've been averaging 4 goals a game. And nice shot into the net and paddled away beautifully is Gilroy. She's been doing that all year. Very quality goaltender. And then pint-sized over there is number 18. That's Olivia Hobbs. She throws it to corner, and giving chase there is Christy Trudell, is one of the captains here. The Warriors here are like I said, there are 3 schools represented. Amazing amount of young players on this team. They only have 3 seniors, and they have tons of freshmen, and 2 of those first-year players are in the starting lineup, Kyle. It's a rarity.
Well, again, the line's got to be sometimes different with trying to make sure that you got some good players with some, players that maybe aren't as up to the caliber as they want them to. But as you know, playing with a better player makes you a better player as well.
Amen to that. I used to mix my lines up all the time. Make sure you get a greener player, if you will, in with more experience. And speaking of that, flying down the ice there was Riley Page, and she zings it over the goal. That's Kensley Harris starting in the cage for the Warriors.
Yeah, that was a good quick snap that just went high over the goaltender, and she'll try that again for sure.
I am struggling with the St. Thomas-Aquinas. I coached D2 for years, and they're the Saints when I was coaching boys lacrosse. So the co-op gets the Warriors designation. We'll do our best to keep it straight.
Absolutely, it's a lot, but for Manchester, I want to give a quick shout-out / apology to Riley Page. We were not at their game when she had 2 goals against Kingswood, and she's been very upset about me, so hopefully she can get a goal for her highlight reel sometime in this contest. Oh, she had a chance there.
Don't want to have the Riley line angry at you, Kyle.
I know, and unfortunately that went right through her 5-hole and down 200 feet to the other end of the ice. But we'll see what happens in this contest here as now defense for Manchester. Oh,
they zip one up the ice trying to get it outside the defensive zone, and that catches Sasha right in the back.
You're looking for the puck on the ice instead it hits you in the back. It's, either way, she got it out of the zone.
Yep. All right, and back in the corner, it goes down there, and zinging it down is Isabel Lilly. She's one of the sophomore starters for Coach, and that's head coaches jointly sharing the duties here, Al Oliveira and Maria Hendrickson for the Warriors. Getting behind the cage there are the Warriors, and they get it upside the near side, nearest to Kyle, who's on camera. Production, you name it, he does it all. And the Warriors get it into their offensive zone, and a collision of teammates there. The puck goes loose and squirts down almost the length of the ice.
That might hit the not top 10 list. You don't want to, hit your
centering pass collected. Boy, I tell you.
Opportunity for Webster, but
yeah,
still
Webster
some time.
had a long look at it there. I got the alphabetical roster today, so the numerical roster is playing games with me right here.
I can see that being a little bit of an issue here, but back down they go, and we'll get a couple changes here for Manchester. Is coming on the ice will be Nevaeh Marno.
All right, we're already under 10 minutes. Fast-moving first period here. Rich McDonough, Kyle Heavey. Oh, good centering pass there. Squirts north of the goal mouth and gets outside. That's Marino taking it down. She gets to the slot and gets the puck dislodged from her stick and back outside through the neutral zone and back into the Queens defensive zone. And as usual, deftly handled.
Oh, that's going to be a icing right there. Is just trying to get that pass to Nevaeh. Nevaeh did not see it.
And the refs right on there is Mike Toth and Tim Duggan today wearing the stripes out there. Experienced group.
I wonder if any relation to Hacksaw. Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw, Jim Duggan. I mean, we're in a venue where Andre the Giant wrestled several times in the 70s and 80s, so you got to go to Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I guess.
Hey-o! Anyway.
All right, the Queens win that draw. First one that went to the left of Gilroy there and outside into the neutral, but back come the Warriors, and that puck, look at that thing saucering around. It trickles north and out, and then back into the offensive zone. Webster gets poached by Pelletier, who's one of those freshmen.
Great job by Rosie there.
Absolutely.
She kept it in that neutral zone multiple times.
And there's Pelletier controlling at the blue, going straight down the slot, finds the glove of Gilroy, who swats that aside, and it's kept in nicely at the blue line by Brielle Kelly. Can't control it, and back come the Queens, coming down the far side ice and into the dasherboard corners, into the checking zone, and they find 2 Warriors there to get the puck and trying to keep it in, and they do, are the Queens. Good job there by Riley McNelly. That Riley line, we love that.
Yeah, Paige there was trying to get it centered to McNelly, but unable to so far, and Warriors.
All right, here comes Pelletier again. She's a fast skater. Zips it and beats Gilroy with the hard lefty. A little snapshot on the fly, and a great job by Pelletier, who was causing havoc in between the blue lines and got loose.
Just a freshman, and she looks like she is comfortable as can be out on the ice. She got that puck in the neutral zone and was able to just do a little snapshot. And Gilroy, I don't know if she was screened by her own teammate or what, but 8:09 remaining in the first period, and now it's all tied up.
Yep. Turnovers. 8:06, folks, and we're knotted at 1 at JFK Arena here in Manchester on a cloudy, cold day. Parking lot was a death trap.
Yeah, certainly. Well, this is a winter parking spot for the city, so.
I mean, we could skate out there, too.
It's 24 degrees last time I knew, so, and we will get another icing. Yeah. Oh, that's just a tough, long pass. A little too much mustard on that, I suppose.
Yeah, back we come, and it's going to be the right of Gilroy this time, 7:44 on the clock for the drop.
Defense for here, the Queens is Grace Kelly Elizabeth Kelly. I mixed the two right there.
Hey, we like Grace Kelly, too.
Grace Manning and Elizabeth Kelly.
Interesting, Kyle, note is that they had that cancellation or postponement of was it Sauhegan last week?
Yes.
And so that's being moved to the end of. Consequently, the Queens haven't played in almost 2 weeks.
Well, they played against Kingswood last week.
That's right. Yeah, all right. So you got some dust, some rust instead of rest, I guess. Part of the feel-out process. Good, tough corner play there.
You know, for a game there, you're not supposed to be checking too much. That was just a rub-off, I guess you could say that. Just like, hey, now look at coming back.
Took everything but the puck, and it trickles into the defensive zone for the Warriors, and batting it up the ice there is number 23. That's Christy Tudell, one of the few seniors, the 3 seniors on this Warriors squad.
And here comes Paige getting into the zone, makes a move, and it's going to go on net and covered up.
Yeah, Harris got the squeeze and freeze, had to, with people bearing down on her. 6:44, we'll get a second drop, I think, or second draw in the Queens offensive zone. Chance to make something here.
We'll see what they can do off the face-off circle. Obviously, that's a huge spot if they can win it, and it officially goes to the blue jersey team.
And here we go with that's Delaney Riley carrying it down. Ricochets, good job by Gilroy to get it cranked away from the goal mouth, and it goes to corner. Nice dump in there, and giving chase there is Riley one more time. She gets finds Rosie, who's a real solid player back there, and then they zip it all the way down the ice. That's going to eat up almost all 200 feet, Kyle.
Oh, man. I was almost slowing down so much that they weren't going to be able to call the icing. It's kind of like playing, I can't think of the game. Air hockey and shuffleboard.
Somebody pulled out the plug on the air hockey. The puck just grinds to a halt. All right, 6:16 comes the draw. Going in there is Pelletier, lining it up against Webster. And the Warriors win this one, and it goes to corner where Pelletier and Rosie get after it there. Freezes it up in the corner. Here comes Delaney, puts it on her left. No! Squirts right through the goal mouth and across the breadbasket of Gilroy, but it stays in the Warriors' offensive zone.
And they're just getting the puck bouncing perfectly for them right now in this zone.
Right, Milakalsa, number 4. Pint size, but really giving it up, man. Good effort. Nice centering pass there. Can't find Pelletier, who scored that goal just a few minutes ago to knot it up at 1. Already headed toward 5.5 minutes left in the first frame, folks. Glad you joined us here at JFK Arena this afternoon. Again, Rich McDonough and Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. This one goes all the way down the ice, but nothing doing. It's waved off long ago.
Elise Fournette here with the puck. She's obviously 6 foot tall on skates, and she's got the smallest strides I've seen on a defenseman. If you watch her skate further into this game, Rich, it's impressive to see for such a tall body. She has very short strides, so hopefully Manchester can kind of see that and work around it.
I had the chance to call a college game the other night, and one of the fellas was 6'6", and with his helmet and skates, he must have been about 6'10".
Whew.
Yeah. Anyway, cranking down the ice there it's McNelly. She gets it to corner and gets it to the pads of Harris, who has to squeeze and freeze again at the 4:48 mark. And
Zig and zagging right there.
Absolutely.
She definitely was like, oh, I don't mind. No, I'll skate around you, go this way. And with 4:48 to go, again, I was excited for this game, and it's proven to be on point to what I was hoping for in some ways.
Hey, we said at the outset when we were welcoming everybody, evenly matched on paper, and they're living up to it.
Good
job
defense
there, yeah.
Kelly's shin guard is going to be broken at that. And now we got a penalty here, Rich.
Our first of the game.
Is it going to be on both is the question.
He's looking right at them both, and they're both acting guilty. So that's Christy Trudell, who we've mentioned a few times, and also joining her in the sin bin.
McNelly. Wow, all right. So this is going to be a lot of ice available on a 4-on-4 here.
And, neither team has skated lights out so far, at full speed so far. And so I can't tell who this favors, a little bit of open ice. That's why we play the game.
Oh, never mind. We are going to go 5-on-5 instead, and they're just going to have to hang out in the box if play continues. So that changes everything up for coaches. Just trying to figure out what the heck to do.
Just rip up the script we just wrote there.
All right, Coach Cassidy is talking to things over and making sure that, why not? Can we play 4-on-4? Can we play 5-on-5?
All right. Draw goes to the Warriors initially, but scooping it up there, and off to the races go the Queens.
Oh, we're going to get another penalty. Riley Page just got immediately pushed over in center ice, and that will go for a interference or cross-check. We'll see what they officially mark it as.
Yeah, and Tim Duggan was looking right at that, had to put his hand up there.
Yeah, that was clear as can be. She definitely got interfered with, and well, nothing better than having one of your good friends in the penalty box with you. It makes time go by a little bit better. And now we'll see Isabel Lilly, the sophomore, in the box as well.
I'll tell you what, I think I played lacrosse for 35 years. Never got one penalty, Kyle.
Wow, okay.
Why? Because I was a goalie. Great sprawling save there by Harris. Gets that one to the right and out behind and controlling and keeping it in. And it's 1:45 still on the power play here. Trying to lift it up and in. Can't do it. Grella was there to knock that one away. And that one was really humming.
Yeah, that
could not control that one.
Well, the Queens have another 90 seconds with a 5-on-4. And now it looks like St. Thomas is really kind of controlling the puck possession and killing some time.
Yeah, that's one where you bat it around a little bit. Every time you a couple of handles with the puck on your blade and a couple of strides, and you've chewed up 30 seconds. And they get it back deep, and they just push it around the ice in no hurry and sauntering into the corner and throwing it on Gilroy. Can't see her number through the ponytail. That's number 19, Grella, and she gets it behind, controlling the puck beautifully and just milking that clock. We're under a minute on the power play, and swatting it behind is Riley, and that goes to corner. Nice job keeping it in by the Warriors, Kyle.
45 seconds of puck possession right there, Rich.
Really amazing.
A great job by this St. Thomas.
And it continues.
And they're going to send it down. So now, Grace Manning gets the puck, and she has no one to get it up to. She finds Taylor Moran.
All right. You can't score if you can't set up in this power play here. But throwing it into the webbing there is Webster, getting it right to the goal mouth. And Harris has to freeze another one. She'll see a face-off to her left, to our camera's right.
Well, Oliveria and Maria Hendrickson have got to be pleased with what just transpired there on this penalty kills. Obviously, you still got another 21 seconds to kill this off, but that was an impressive puck possession that they just had to
big time
kill almost half
a minute.
Yeah,
they worked a minute off the clock, and here they go again.
Grace Manning gets in the way.
Yeah, and Kalsa was sandwiched there and dropped to the ice very rudely. And we're down to one. And the penalty is over. Dangerous time when people are being released.
And Riley Page gets it into the zone, trying to get around the 6 foot. Oh, she takes a little tumble there. And, well, that's kind of a daunting thing to see Elise Fournette there at the same time.
Big, strong athlete, long, lean, built. Boy, when she reaches out with that big twig, I mean, she covers about 10 feet of ground, or ice, I should say. And Warriors get it in, and behind Gilroy, she's barking out commands, goes underneath to the point. And that's Fournette zipping it in, goes through and wide of Gilroy. But the Warriors control it. And that's Kelly comes in, goes to corner, and Pelletier, a freshman, like she scored the goal earlier, number 17. Big possession here again for
this Manchester line is exhausted right now. Jamie Webster is trying to get that puck to get it out of the way.
Boy, they can't get any power out of their skates right now. They're so beat.
Now finally getting out of the zone. Good job, but now quickly setting it back the other way.
Yeah.
And we will get an icing call with 80 seconds to go. Wow, Rich.
Yeah. 1:20 on the clock, 80 seconds. Good math, Kyle. Like I keep saying to you, I haven't been good at math since I was a bartender 1,000 years ago in Burlington. And guess who played in our little bar many, many times?
Ooh, you're in that area? I'm going to go with Dave Matthews.
Fish.
Fish,
Yes.
Okay. Figured
right.
from the Maryland area. I was trying to think of
Well, that was Burlington, Vermont.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Little
I went back
stint.
to your home away from home.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we are down to a minute left in the first period, folks. It's 1-1, and here comes some nice speed from Hobbs. Gets it into the mouth, and Gilroy catches it, and then it hits a breadbasket, and we're under a minute now. Warriors on a possession. They've had a lot of possession time here. Nice back skating there by Trudell to control and get it to corner. It hits the side of the cage there and ricochets away.
Catherine Ten trying her best to get that out and able to. No, it's deflected. So now an opportunity for McNally if she can get the puck. And instead we get a whistle here as it was deflected out. And
I just love that Catherine Ten, Tenn, wears number 10. I mean, it just had to be that way.
Hey, it only makes sense.
All right, 35.7 seconds. Drops coming to Harris's left, and the Warriors control it. 19, Grella takes it behind the cage and gets it around the right side. Good takeaway there for a moment.
Are we going to get a call? No, we
do
are
have
going to get a call.
trip.
I was looking at the wrong referee with his arm up in the air, and tripping is very.
It was stark.
It wasn't on purpose. It was just an accident. I was going
Part
for
of the game.
puck.
That was Marino, number 17. She'll sit for 2, and her penalty will continue into the second frame. And the Warriors, we get to see how they skate 5-on-4 here.
Well, I see their captain out here, number 19, Juliana Guerrero, out here in defensive mode, ready to take that shot if they're able to win that faceoff.
All right, and Pelletier and McNally go to the draw, and the Queens win this one. Much needed win after all this possession time by the Warriors. The Warriors get it, corral it underneath the blue line with 12 seconds and counting. A little snap there from Kelly. Nothing doing. It's a good block there by the Queens, and it rolls and trickles over to the far corner. And at the buzzer, intercepted. Throwing one on net there was Hoyt.
I was hoping Elizabeth Kelly would just kind of hold that puck in the corner, and she decided to just try to get it out of the zone. And, 1-1 first period here, or first intermission. And, wow, I don't know who's going to win right now. Dover has certainly held the puck possession.
Well, and that's the harbinger. But as we saw, the broken, unsettled play that developed into a goal for Manchester and then a breakaway by the Warriors later in the first period, it's who can make the most out of their opportunities and rushes there, Kyle. But we'll have a fresh sheet to figure that out, huh?
And another minute. The penalty is running right now, which is something we got to figure out. I think that was 25 seconds, I want to say, maybe?
It was 25 seconds, so we'll have a minute 35 on the power play when we come back with a fresh sheet of ice.
Hopefully we get that squared away, but we'll take a break, Rich. We'll see you for the second period after this.
And welcome back, everybody, to JFK Arena in cloudy Manchester this afternoon as Manchester Public Television presents high school hockey, girls hockey game today here at JFK. Rich McDonough with Kyle Heavey doing everything except for make dinner for us tonight.
Yeah, I will be heading right to Central versus Pinkerton boys basketball after this.
With
so
ZJ on board, right?
yeah, our boy Zach Johnston will be doing the play-by-play for that game. But we got a good one here, which 1-1 game between these two teams that are both looking for a big win right here. But for the St. Thomas team, they start the second period on the power play again.
Yeah. 135 was what was left on the clock. Fresh sheet of ice, and then going right down the pipe is Trudell, and we get our first freeze really quickly into the period. 14 seconds gone.
Yeah, that was a great move. I obviously got to be smart with the puck, as it's going to be going fast with that fresh Zamboni cleaned.
Yeah, covered with WD-40 at the moment. 122 on the power play or the PK if you're the Queens. And inside the blue line, throwing it up, and ricochets off.
Oh, my.
Seeing eye puck sees its way right to Gilroy's catcher. And at 14:39, she's going to see another drop to her right. And
I mean, she's obviously used to that. She plays field hockey as well. So,
we got a penalty.
Oh, no.
And is it 8?
Looks like it's going to be McNelly again, who's got her arms out there like, excuse me?
And they called a hook.
Wow.
Well, that is dangerous skating. We got 114 on the first penalty, and a fresh 2 for McNelly as she will sit. And at 14:37, the Warriors 5-on-3, folks. Buckle up.
Taking Elizabeth Kelly out for Jamie Webster to kill off this power play, and shot goes wide there.
Yeah, immediately Hobbs goes right to net when she had the slot all to herself there. Warriors controlled it even on their PK. Imagine what they can do with 5-on-3, and zipping it across the goal mouth is Trudell. She's been involved in a whole lot of action, and nice job getting it outside the defensive zone was Riley Page.
She got lucky there. It actually lost possession for a second, was still able to just kind of get a hold of it and snap it down the other way, but
well, she's an experienced player. Nice skating there and zipping it, putting it up in the top shelf there. And that was number 19, one of the captains, Juliana Grella. She's been playing a good game, and she buries one at the 13:59 remaining in the second frame here, and a 2-1 lead.
She came in with a lot of speed, was able to just get around Riley Page and Jamie Webster, and that puts the St. Thomas squad up 2-1 in the opening minutes of the second period, and now they still have another minute and 15 on a 5-on-4 now.
Yep, 13:50 in the frame, and it's 2-1 for the visitors. They're staring, they're close to the middle of the pack, but this is a big win if they can get 4 points on the board here today. And then again, they were 6th seed last year. You just want to get in, Kyle. You just want to get your way. Fight your way into the tournament, even with a young squad, which St. Thomas has this year. Lots of freshmen and sophomore on the roster.
Tough spot for Grace right there. She couldn't really send it down as it would have been offsides, so she had to hold the puck, and now still another 35 seconds on 5-on-4.
And good job by St. Thomas getting the Warriors, getting it into the corner where they can hold possession. And nice defense there by Riley Page, and she gets inside the blue but chews up a valuable 20 seconds in the process. And getting it onto Page's tape, and she puts it one more time into the corner, this time free and clear. And with 12 seconds left on that power play, the Queens look like they can run this one out. But they did suffer that damage with that goal by Grella.
Jamie Webster gets that puck behind the net, and let's see if he can clear out of the zone. Oh, we don't have a good angle right there, Rich. I could not tell. The referees obviously can see differently as they said it got past the blue.
I had LASIK a number of years ago. I think they got that one right. I can count the spots on the ceiling from across the way. It's still holding up.
Not bad,
Even the rest of me's falling apart. All right, Queens win that draw, and skating away with it is the ever-reliable McNelly, as she looked a little hot coming out of the penalty box. She didn't feel like she deserved that one.
No one does.
No one does. Right, exactly. No, I didn't do it. The other guy did it. All right, good handle there by Webster, dishing it in, ricocheting it back to the corner.
Tough spot for.
Had no help.
Yeah, well, also she had to wait for her team to get
tag
on.
up. Yeah.
Now,
All right, bringing it back down the ice. Fast skating Kelly wheels and deals and gets to the slot, fires it over across to the left slot, and putting it in the corner was number 22, Kelly again.
chances here for St. Thomas as they are happy with the lead, but they are looking to add some more. Manchester, though, these two lines, they obviously got they had some time to rest at the intermission, but now they've just been suffering through a lot of time on the defensive zone.
Yep, and now here comes Webster, puts it in her left, gets across, puts it on the pad. Good pad save there by Harris, steers it out to the left, and it goes all the way across both blue lines, and the Queens try to control it. They try to get it up ice into the neutral zone, and Webster does handle it. But waiting there is a host of Warriors, and down the ice goes Kalsa. And she was picked clean there by McNelly.
Great job right there. Second effort by Rosie Tagblue to get that out of the zone. But quickly back the other way. They kind of remind me of Angry Bees right now. They're just so
Angry Bees.
Angry Bees, you know. They keep bringing the puck, getting the puck in the neutral zone, and quickly coming able to do things for St. Thomas.
Could be our next band name.
I will.
Angry Bees.
I'm gonna trademark that tonight.
Angry Birds. We put a little phone game. All right, Pelletier going down the ice. She scored the first goal of the day for the Warriors. Just a fresh first-year player, and she's doing a great job. Good fight for it in front of Gilroy there. Queens poke it loose and gets out to the side. Gilroy's breathing a sigh of relief as we are almost at the 10-minute mark, and it's 2-1 visiting Warriors over the hometown of Queens. Nice skating there, which you can always count on from McNelly.
She loses the puck in the neutral zone, so not even able to get it into the offensive zone, and going down the length of the ice is Rosie.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Warriors have amped up their forechecking in the last few minutes, and it shows. We haven't seen a whole lot get into the offensive zone for the Queens here.
Sophie Rue able to get that at least to a teammate to get it out of the zone.
and that was Marino who megged her defender. And 9:31, we got a stoppage. Lots of fresh legs coming on the ice.
Well-deserved for both squads.
Sure.
Defense, offense, we'll have basically face off in the center ice, so both teams have an opportunity here to go the opposite direction.
All right, and Trudell won that one for a moment, but it squirts back into the defensive, and offside was Trudell.
I don't know if Abigail Parent realized that she had a teammate already on past the blue line, and not much that Christy Trudell could do as she was trying to get back, but she was not able to, and Manchester will appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, back on offense are the Warriors. Bringing it down is Hobbs. She gets behind the ice with good speed, looking to create something, but she's kind of held up her own line mate there.
Lots of cheering right there.
Her progress there. Oh, it trickles across the slot. Waiting for it there was Parent, who had an open net to look at, but just couldn't get it on her tape. And shuttling it into the goal mouth and onto Gilroy was Kelly. And it ricochets out and comes back to the right side, near side of Kyle Heavey. On camera, production, you name it, he's got it. And then Trudell lifts one high and over the crossbar, and it goes to corner. And one more time is Kelly. Lots of possession one more time, Kyle. How many times have we said that today?
I mean, this is just the forecheck has been amazing here for the St. Thomas squad.
Yeah, it's been a clinic of possession.
Manchester's lucky that they're just down one goal right now.
Yeah, and they're there to check in the check zone every time that puck goes against the wall there.
Grace Manning with the puck and see if she can get it to a teammate. She's able to just get it past.
Yeah, it's a rare
Taylor
trip outside
Moran.
even the half board so far. Coming down to 8 minutes in the second period, folks. It's 2-1, the visiting Warriors. Rich McDonough and Kyle Heavey on the call today at JFK Arena. And the Warriors poke it into the stick of Parent. She loses the puck on her skates.
I was
and then
going to say, you
offside.
got to call that offside.
Yeah.
I could see it from right here. Trudell was not able to be quicker to get there. And
Yeah, Mike Toth was all over it. All over it. 7:54 now. Under 8 minutes. This one's moving quickly, too, notwithstanding the 2 penalties. All right, face-off is outside the blue line, nearest our camera.
too many Queens on the ice for a second there.
Yeah, and Pelletier zings it over to the dasher board where Riley collects it, tries to get to corner, but good job checking out there by McNelly. But she loses the puck, and Pelletier has it. The freshman lifts it up and into the breadbasket. Good job by Gilroy seeing that one in and freezing it and squeezing it at the 7:37
Very
mark.
impressed with this freshman's ability to make some moves and nice little wrister.
Yeah, excellent young player for coach.
But Jamie Webster is able to get it out of the zone, but again, that forecheck.
I mean, right now, even getting it out beyond the blue line right now is kind of a win for the Queens. It's just been in their defensive zone. I got to say about 80, maybe 90% of this period.
And again, that rust and rest thing is difficult.
Rust and rest. I forget where I heard that. Maybe it was in the championship games or the football this weekend. The 2 weeks off mentality.
Yeah, well,
Do we have rest or rust?
obviously for the Ravens, you kind of wish that
I'm a Washington fan. Growing up in that area, used to be called the Skins and now the Commanders. All right, and the Warriors getting up the slot. There's Pelletier having a great game here, Kyle, and dishes it off. Nice little back pass as she sweeps around entire sheet of ice.
good job by Sophie to just slap that away, trying to give some time to, and she'll get it again, see if she can go the other way.
I mean, it feels like the Warriors are on a never-ending power play, Kyle.
Mila Halsa shot, good torque on that, but just not very good.
And once again, it's been the Warriors and trying to get it back up the ice and recycle the whole thing. That was Riley. She couldn't do it. But waiting is Grella, who scored that last goal there, and she gets it onto the pads, and it drifts into the corner where everybody gives chase. And this one finally squirts out, across both lines, across the center line, and all the way down the ice. And it's waved off because there was a deflection in the offensive zone for the Warriors. And ricochets, almost an own goal there. Trying to get it up the ice was Lily, nothing doing, but back come the Warriors, headed for the corner. And this is Grella skating hard and fast, and she lifts it. It finds its way into the back of the net. Gilroy was stumped. She thought she was all over that.
Just hit something, got to deflected, and was able to just find itself a home inside that net. And now the second goal of the period here for St. Thomas, and they will be happy with a 3-1 lead here.
Yeah, and Grella doing both, all the damage there. Both goals, one on the power play, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Was it a two-player advantage at that point? Or was it one?
It was a two-player advantage,
Yeah.
correct.
And great skating there by number 23. That's Trudell again, one of the three co-captains. And Gilroy has to freeze yet another one. Boy, the whole thing has been in her grill this period, Kyle.
Yeah, she's been able to make some great saves, and unfortunately, stuff like that where it gets deflected, you can't really be too upset as much as your job is to stop every single shot.
Amen.
As you can only do so much when it gets deflected past you.
Boy, I tell you, they have help on every puck through the Warriors, and zipping it into the pads of Gilroy was Trudell again. She is skating like a demon right now. And then Kelly bats it in back down into the offensive zone, and the Warriors are giving chase. And corralling that puck was number 16. That's Parent once again, and banging it off the pads. Boy, the pads are doing a heck of a lot of work for Gilroy right now, but Parent couldn't get that one to drop. Nice skating there by Trudell.
Elizabeth Kelly trying to take things on her own in the defensive spot to get things going the other way. And, sigh of relief in some ways as Manchester was able to get it out of the zone and had an opportunity there.
Yep. Boy, it's just been nonstop possession for the Warriors since maybe, let's say, midway through the first period. Kyle, is that about right?
Yeah, it's just, again, Manchester got out that 1-0 lead in a matter of the first, 3 minutes. And Ever since, it kind of seems like it's lit a fire.
Boy, that freshman Pelletier can skate. Number 17, she gets it to the net. One more time, Gilroy's going to have to see it from the dot at the 4:26 mark to her left. Our camera's right side there.
Delaney Riley out there with her as well as Mila Kalsa. And in the defensive spot, the tall one, Elise Fournette, gets the puck right there and see if she can snap it. She's able to just send it down into the corner just past.
Well, Webster finally just said, to heck with this. I'm poking it away from the long, tall Fournette over there. And no damage she could do. But it does go all the way back down the 200 feet. And the players will skate down the sheet, and we'll see yet another face-off in Gilroy's area there. Wow, she has seen too much of that in this period in particular.
Great skating by the ref right there. I gotta say, I was able to get that puck from the icing and get down to the other length of the ice.
Gives private lessons, right?
Apparently.
Yeah.
And
once you're no longer sore from snowboarding last night.
Oh.
All right, we hit the 4-minute mark. Rich McDonough, Kyle Heavey on the call today from Manchester Public Television. Hometown Queens are being treated badly by the visiting team from St. Thomas-Aquinas. It is a co-op of Aquinas, Winnacunnet, and Dover. And putting it finally into the pads is Webster, and it ricochets the corner. She gives chase, and Fournette's there first. She pretty much always gets a nice drive and a lift up. McNelly can't get that one to get in, and it sails off the breadbasket of Harris and outside, but it stays in the Queens' offensive zone, and they're trying to create Webster. She just picked up her game a lot in the last 60 seconds, Kyle.
Yeah, it seems like there's some icing called here on St. Thomas, which will bring it the other length of the ice, and first time we've seen that in some time. And yeah, from what we just saw from McNelly, from Sasha, and from Jamie Webster, that was a grid pairing right there, trying to get something going here.
Without a doubt.
And now we'll get a new set of defense here. It'll be the Manning-Kelly line.
All right, Webster. This is when you need Webster to take control. And I was watching some of the body language, Kyle, from the Warriors as they came off the ice. They didn't look happy with that series. So the psychology of the game evolves and devolves at times. We'll see what the Queens can do here to take advantage of some possession. And Webster skating ferociously after it. And Grella, the 2-goal scorer for the Warriors, punts it outside the blue line. Everybody tags up, and Webster gets it to the slot. Coming down the ice is McNelly. Tries to fire it in, can't get there. It was a little wide left. 2:45 and counting in the second period, and it's 3-1. The Warriors over the hometown Queens wearing white.
This is great to see from Manchester, really putting in some effort as Webster will let it kind of go past her, and
a nice poke.
Now going the other way and see what she can do.
She's got McNelly.
Makes a move.
McNelly was trailing. She gets
tripped up, and we will get a penalty on St. Thomas.
Yep. I think they got Grella, or is it
interference?
Trudell.
I'm intrigued to see what this call will be as Webster was knocked down.
There's a hook.
Well,
yeah, she just reached in to get that puck, and she got skate instead. Well, 2:20, and we got 2-minute power play here for the hometown Queens.
Riley Page wins that faceoff, gets past Jamie Webster, but able to get it to Elizabeth Kelly. They're going to quick little pass around. Kelly will take the shot.
Yeah, and Kelly puts that one off. Oh, it squirts loose from Manning out there, and they have to tag up and get outside.
Oh.
And here comes Pelletier with all that speed, and a great save on the shorty attempt by Gilroy, and that goes up and over, and we have a high stick.
Yeah, that's going to be the official call there.
Yep.
Boy, what a save right there as Kelly was. Yep. Kelly and Manning, they usually work together pretty well, and they just unfortunately did not get the mojo that they needed.
There you go, Pelletier. Boy, she plays terrifically. First-year player, and boy, they got to like what they got 4 years of this. They love having this kid on the roster. And they've already killed 40 seconds on the PK, have the Warriors down with some speed, and a good good takeaway by Kelly. Gets down the ice and past Kelly, the other Kelly, and gets it to corner, and Kelly is there to corral that. But Kelly's heroes all over the place.
Wow, that was a tough one. They have a lot of names of the same.
Yeah, Kelly. Remember the Woody Harrelson and Cheers singing the Kelly song? Kelly, 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 Kelly.
But now look at Riley Page.
Hey, Ken Riley. Yeah! Riley Page with a beautiful lift goes top corner, and there is not one article of food left in the upper pantry shelf there, Kyle.
Power play goal for Riley Page.
Huge.
And she's looking up at me right now saying you better have gotten that because you missed 2 the other night. And congratulations to Riley. Now the Queens down just 1 goal. And this is going to be an interesting third period because they will be playing from behind, but at the same time know that what they are capable of doing. And we'll see if they can get another goal to tie it up in the last minute 8 here. And out of the zone it goes. Jamie Webster will pass it up. And Riley Page still trying to forecheck here.
And you hear Tom on the PA. We got 1 minute, folks, and it's 2-1. The whole mood of JFK Arena just changed.
But
zinging it into the pads is Grella again. She's been very active this period, including 2 goals. That's pretty active. And Grella has the puck again. Gets it down the right, gets it into the corner, and Kelly gives chase. Another Kelly call.
Well, Grace Manning now will try to send it around the boards, and now here we go the other way, an opportunity.
And here's who you want handling that puck.
Riley Page.
Riley Page, she throws it onto the pads, gloved and squeezed there by Harris, 18.2, and Harris will see this draw to her right.
I think
our camera's left.
Riley was just not able to get the skating down as well. She was kind of on edge a little bit, but was able to at least throw a shot on net. And now coming the other way, Jamie Webster's trying to fight.
That's a good win there. And then Pelletier, she's always around the puck, Kyle.
Oh, a big offsides. Woo!
She just lifted the toe of that blade right there, and that was all that Tim Duggan needed to make that offside call. 9.9 on the clock, and we're at the dot nearest Kyle Heavey here. Ooh, been a heck of a second period.
Can't be pleased with that as she had an opportunity. And now Manchester, couple seconds. Oh, kind of got.
Yeah, Webster was lining that one up, but Kelly was behind her and just slightly lifted that stick, and she fanned on it. What a period, Kyle.
Well, Manchester was able to score on the power play, but at the same time, St. Thomas was able to score on the power play. And now what can we see here in the third period here? Because St. Thomas has had the puck possession most of this game. And for the Queens, they got to get things squared away and make sure that what we saw for these last 3 minutes, they are able to do for a full 15 minutes. As Maddie Demers talks to the referees, she didn't like something there, and we'll try to figure out what's going to happen here. Rich, if you want to take us to break.
Hey, sure. Well, active second period. We started out 1-1, and we're at 3-2 and counting. We'll have a fresh sheet of ice when we come back to JFK Arena. Again, Rich McDonough here with Kyle Heavey for everybody at Manchester Public Television. We're glad you join us. Grab something cold or tasty and join us for what might be a really good third period. All right, we'll see you after the break, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to JFK Arena here in Manchester, New Hampshire. Rich McDonough and Kyle Heavey here today for Manchester Television's call of high school girls hockey, where we've had a slow first period and a busy second period, Kyle.
Yeah, to see the shot totals for each squad, it was pretty impressive to see what Chloe Gilroy was able to do on with 15 saves, was it?
15 saves she had to make in that frame, and it's 3-2 for the visitors from St. Thomas Aquinas and the co-op there of Dover and Winnacunnet. But they had a 3-1 lead at one point in the third, and Manchester was able to get a power play and dump some rubber in the net, thanks to the ever reliable Riley Page.
Yeah, so I was able to kind of, ooh, nice shot there.
Yeah, right away. So yeah, 15 shots that Gilroy had to fend off in that period. 2 went in, but one was a two-player advantage, I believe.
Yeah, 5-on-3 is always tough for any squad.
Sure.
Doesn't matter if it's the Bruins to the Queens to anyone.
And multiple goal scorer for the visitors in that frame, folks, was Juliana Grella, who skated a really great period. But you remember, I think it was maybe with about 5 or 6 minutes left, Webster increased her game and amped up the energy, and they had a really good shift where they had some good possession. And I think I said to everybody here that the psychology was different when I was watching the body language. You know, they got the puck to the net, got some time in the zone, and that does a lot for your psyche. But here comes Riley skating free and fast, and Gilroy gets a job done, but it gets high and up, and it trickles across the goal mouth. And we're going to wait for that call.
It is officially a goal, I believe. They
took a long look at it. Yep.
Here to celebrate, and Delaney
Riley.
That'll
be Delaney Riley.
Wow.
I mean, Gilroy made a stellar save, and it just ricocheted high up, maybe 10 feet over her head, and dropped down behind her and trickled into the net. What a crazy goal, and that's part of this wonderful sport.
It's tough when you win the face-off. It gets between Rosie Tag Blue as well as Sophie Rue, and just able to get through, get it down the other end, and able to just put it into the net.
Well, and after Manchester drew to 3-2 on that power play near the end of the second period, it is back to a 2-goal lead for the visitors from St. Thomas. Wow, quite a change. I mean, quite a change right there. And nothing doing. Pelletier goes to the ice. She thinks she got some assistance, and
she
got
it's offsides.
Yeah,
it's an offside. She kind of was sliding around, so the face-off will come.
She was looking for a call, no dice.
It's slick out there, It's
all right, 13-22. It is 4-2. One more time with the 2-goal lead are the Warriors, and they control at the dot there, but poking it to no avail, and the Queens come up with it. That's McNelly. She loses the puck, and back down comes Trudell looking to create from the slot, and she goes tumbling into Gilroy and the goal and behind, everything going. She finished the Zamboni job there, Kyle.
Delayed penalty on Manchester.
Yep. So they get the goalie is pulled. They're going to go 6-on-5 for as long as they can, but they lose possession. And at 12:54, we're going to get our call.
Kind of a crazy turn of events there as Gilroy got tripped up. And we'll see what the official call is, because I think someone got called for the tripping.
Yeah.
And that sent the two players into Gilroy. And Rosie was able to make that save, but looks like heading to the box will be McNelly.
Yeah, interference they called.
So she'll get comfortable in there with Tom and the trainer.
Tom has seen a lot. All right, 2-minute power play for the Warriors here at the 12:50 mark in the third period, and they have a 2-goal lead, looking to add one or more and really sharpen up the dagger.
Grace Manning wanted it. I keep doing that. I don't know why. Wanted to call there.
I might have to get you a Dodge Monaco for your birthday.
We'll see. Got a few months, though.
Here goes Pelletier. She lines it up, gets it out top side to Kelly. Tries to create at the point, nothing doing, gets behind the cage and keeps her chin up and back to Pelletier, who gets up to the top side. Looking to create, they set up their umbrella there. And
good
nice
job by
back
Elizabeth.
check there, yeah, exactly. Good job by Marino. And they zip it all the way down to Harris's pads. And she's looking to dish it out. She couldn't get control of it there. Almost had to freeze it, but didn't. Might have thought better. Marino's there to pluck it away, and she tries to get the backhand, nothing doing. And Webster lines one up that hits Pelletier in the shin and trickles away to the left side. Wow, what a series right there, Kyle.
Not bad right there to keep things in on the penalty kill.
Yeah, they've eaten up a minute just like that. And Webster has the puck again, the top of the slot. Gets poked away there by Kelly.
Still kept in.
They're giving the Warriors some of their own medicine here.
It certainly is, and now Webster getting taken down, and we will have a penalty on St. Thomas.
Wow. So 11:19 in the third, just what the doctor ordered if you're Webster and the Queens. And there are 26 seconds left in that penalty to the Queens.
Isabel Kelly, Lily, excuse me, with that penalty. So here we go, 11:19.
Got to win this face-off here.
Oh.
And we're even strength. It's all waved off, and it goes all the way down. Fast skating there is Manning. She gets there first, but it ricochets to the side. We've got 10 seconds left on the penalty to the Queens, at which point they'll go 5-on-4, barring another penalty, Kyle.
Well, obviously we've seen this St. Thomas squad.
Wow, what a windup by Grella. She's looking for her Hattie there. She had 2 in the second period there. And off comes Webster. McNelly looking to get things even. So they've got 1:22 left now on their power play. They got to get it into the offensive zone and do something with it. And that wasn't doing it.
And lifted up and sent down. Chloe can actually make a save.
She didn't know which one she was going to do, but that allows the hard-charging, fast-skating Hobbs to get back and give some forechecking there. Can't get it out. Now it does squirt out north of the blue line and across the other blue line where it waiting for it there is Kelly, and she gets it outside the zone and into the neutral zone.
Oh,
that's gonna be Hobbs, and she's upset with herself. Pint-sized Hobbs trying to make a play from behind, and that happens all the time.
That was quite a acrobatic fall by Grace Manning right there, and Manchester will take that and say to the ref, hey man, I didn't do that. She kind of just skated on my stick, and you're gonna call
appearances mean a lot. All right, so it's 46 seconds of 5-on-3 here, Kyle. And this is huge if you're Manchester.
Absolutely, as they are kind of talking things out right now, and look, the big, tall defensive teammates of Elise Fournette and Brielle Kelly will be out there on defense.
That's a big fence. They're tall, strong athletes.
As well as Elizabeth Pelletier. Now Webster gets the face-off, takes a shot, but
there goes Fournette. She always gets there first, but can't get it out. And dumping it off there smartly is Webster. She can't collect it at the top of the slot, and the Warriors wing it down the ice, and coming back to get it are the Queens. And getting it up the ice is the ever-speedy McNelly. She tries to take on almost three players, and it does trickle loose. And here she goes, wrapping around the entire front of the ice there and zipping it onto Harris's pads with 14 seconds left in the first penalty and $1:28 in the second.
Coach, right there, I would like to see kind of a screen on Harris. She really could see the whole entire play happening, and with no one in front to really kind of cause any issues with her eyesight.
Yeah, agreed, and they had plenty of time to get somebody to the net as she wrapped around the whole circumference there. All right, nevertheless, here comes McNelly down the ice with the puck. First penalty's over. It's 5-on-4, right? And McNelly comes around, doing the same thing again. This time, finds a bread basket this time instead of the pads, but Harris is able to squeeze. And again, no screens, but plenty of speed.
Certainly, I was getting dizzy myself going around in circles like that, but she was able to get a chance, and now we'll get a new set of defensemen out here and see what they can do with it. Shot attempt by Nevaeh Marno. 50 seconds on the power play.
All right, nicely gloved down to the ice there by Trudell. Goes all the way to the corner. 42 seconds left in the power play for the Queens. And looks like they should be able to get this set up. They got to get it in and get set up.
Great move.
Yeah, McNelly is trying to overcook the grits, but it finds its way back to her teammate, and Webster now at the right side and fires it across the blue line, but it goes out. That's tough. They were just all ready to get set up. And now it ricochets off the dasher and back to the Warriors, and they get it out and through the zone. 13 seconds and counting. This should effectively kill off this power play for the Queens. which never really got a breath of life there, Kyle.
No, it was. We saw them score in the last few minutes of the second period on the power play. I was hoping that we'd see something like that again, and unfortunately, it just did not come to fruition.
All right, and Kelly threw it in behind, tried to play the carom off the boards, nothing doing, but kept in nicely there by Lily. Not so this time. And we're under 8 minutes, and if you're the Warriors, you don't like having a 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey, but you like the fact that you got your momentum back, Kyle.
Yeah, it's something that they gonna have to just keep the puck away from Jamie Webster and from Taylor Moran, and it looks like we'll have Riley Page out here as well.
Yeah, it was really Webster and then McNally following her who changed the face of the game.
And
wow!
Shot from the point.
Right away, and was that Fournette?
I believe it was Fournette,
Yeah.
yes.
Boy, at almost 6 feet tall with that windup, I wasn't expecting much, but, she's got that great windup, and it finds its way in. Nice job. Well, that makes it 5-2, and it's kind of tough now, Kyle.
Yeah, it's now you're getting to a point where you're halfway through the third period. You've given up 2 goals, and obviously there's a lot of exhaustion here from Manchester as they've been skating hard, but it seems like the St. Thomas team has a few more talented players that are able to, skate around and make plays happen.
Well, they've got some depth there that the Queens can't match, and some fresh legs really help a lot. All right, Queens got to do something and do it in a hurry. Good way to do that is get it down to Page. She takes a windup and gets the top of the net. Nice job by Page, big outlet pass, and off to the races went Page, and she left no doubt about that. Harris did not have a chance, 7-13. And now it's 5-3, Kyle, and it gets more interesting.
Well, she shrugged her arms right there like, no big deal. It's what I do on a daily basis, score 2 goals, and I'm glad to see her get another 2 goals here to rub it in my face for missing her last game here. And now, you're back to a 2-goal lead. And, Rich, you like to say it's the worst lead to have. And
it is.
Manchester is glad to have that.
They don't like their 3-goal lead much either.
It's true.
All right, bringing it down the ice there is Riley. She's had a good game today. She squeezes into the boards, and it's a 2-on-1, and it looks like McNally caught one to the upper deck there.
Yeah, she is down and in some pain. Elizabeth Kelly coming down to make sure, and Jamie Webster going to jump out, and the trainer also.
Yep, and going to the box for the high stick there is Delaney Riley.
Yeah, that's a big thing right here is you don't want to lose one of your most talented players, and she is up and skating at least right now as trying to make her way to the bench and get things all squared away.
She's one tough athlete, so for her to be feeling it like that, it says something.
And she'll take a seat on the bench, and now coming 180 feet down the other way to now have a power play. This is the one where they got to score now for sure. Yeah,
this is your golden opportunity. All right, and Paige goes to the dot, and she doesn't win this one and goes down the ice. Nearest our camera here sails into the corner, and there's the speedy Pelletier chasing and getting back checked there by Kelly.
It's we've seen it with the Bruins and Brad Marchand. Sometimes on the penalty kill, the offense gets kind of lazy and they're able to make some bad decisions, and that's hopefully what Manchester does not do. But at the same time, for St. Thomas, they're hoping for it.
And here comes Pelletier, and she buries another one. I was just about to credit her with some great forechecking, and that was true, but she takes the squeeze pass, gets it through the legs, and gets it onto her blade and up halfway up the goal and into the back of the net. Wow. And that is that's a second goal for Pelletier.
Yeah,
what a freshman.
On the penalty kill, she scored the first goal and now the 6th goal, and 6:24, and off the faceoff, Manchester coming the other way, gets it into the corner, and they center it, but no one home yet.
Yeah.
And now for St. Thomas coming the other way. See if
Ice Monster.
I ate her up for sure.
Yep.
As she was trying to get her balance squared away.
Boy, Fournette is just a commanding presence there on the fence there. 6 minutes even now. Nothing doing. Some extracurriculars, but no call. Nice dump out by to Webster there, and she tries to get it through and down, but it goes to corner. And now it gets it ricocheted behind by the speedy Page.
Queens wanted a penalty called there for a tripping, and instead they will get an offsides here.
Yep.
I could see all their arms go up in the air immediately. Just very frustrated to not get that call.
Yeah, we had 2 refs on the ice and 20 in the booth, in the box there. 5:40 and counting. Is 46 seconds left on the penalty to Riley. And Queens haven't been able to get set up so far. They've got to, but I tell you what, some of these frontline players, the younger players for the Warriors, are playing lights out today, Kyle.
Yeah, it's the first time that this St. Thomas squad has been able to play all together between injuries and other responsibilities. As I was talking to the goalie's coach, or the goalie's dad, Mr. Harris here for Kensley Harris, and for Kensley, it's only her second year as a goalie.
She looks good.
She's already committed to college for field hockey, and she also plays lacrosse. So she's multi-talented, and she snowboards, from what I was told as well.
And she's a goalie, which means she does have a bit of crazy in her.
And she plays summer league softball. So not a lot going on here for weekends free for Harris. And
well, I played lacrosse goalie forever and a day, Kyle, as you know, and you do have to have a screw loose or two to get in any pipes in any sport. 4:53 and it's 6-3.
Taylor Moran accidentally kind of brought it beyond the blue line. She should have just kind of kept it within, but was just trying to find an open teammate to pass it to, and with her stick in and brought her outside the blue line. And
better there it is than there it goes. All right, and getting it down the ice are the Warriors, and there's our friend Pelletier one more time. Speedy freshman doing a whole lot of great work for Coach Oliveira. And trying to create down their slot is Casa. She's another first-year player. They're all over the ice for Coach. And there is Delaney Riley. She gets it down and into the corner. And this just eats the clock, Kyle.
Yeah, they just are, really just passing into themselves into the corner. And, their skating ability is pretty prominent. And
it really is.
This win, obviously, well, I'm assuming this win is still another 4:10 to go in this game.
Yeah, it's a tough hill to climb right now.
We'll certainly put them into the playoff realm just ahead of this Manchester squad.
Yeah, like I said just a while ago, you want to just make it. Get into the tournament and let things rock. They were the 6th seed last year, and they lost in the first round to 3-2 to Berlin Gorham Kennett. And, they were the 11th seed, knocking off a 6. So you just want to get in it and see what happens. Take your shot.
Well, looking for a hat trick here is Riley Page. Tries to make some moves, but just was unable to.
Yeah, nice poke check by Kelly there to squirt that loose. And then here comes Trudell, and a little offside.
Well, Mila was.
Got to bring the puck with you.
Yeah, Mila was thinking that she wasn't going to do a spin across the blue line, and kind of kept going across. And she'll go sit in the bench and timeout for a moment here while her teammates get some fresh legs.
All right, Webster's got to win this draw. She does not. Trudell wins that one. Trudell's been a real tough player here today for the Warriors, number 23. She goes down, has the puck behind the ice, takes her time, just gets it out top side underneath the blue line. Good poke away there by Marino, but it goes right back in, out of the neutral zone and back into the offensive zone for the Warriors. And here comes the very speedy Hobbs giving chase. And she has the puck now, getting drilled from behind there by Kelly.
Kelly was like, no, this is my rink.
This one's going all the way onto the pads of our field hockey player. And goal. Did you say she's going to college for field hockey?
Yeah, down in South Carolina.
Wow, good for her. Love hearing that. All these good multi-sport athletes really showing all kinds of athletic ability honed in other sports. And it's just good for you.
Grace Manning, gonna be no call on that. Wow, these referees seem like they have dinner waiting for them.
Yeah, they do. And Hobbs was begging her, pleading her case, no dice. I'm an old lawyer, so pleading a case is important, but it didn't work on the referee, Tim Dugan, over there.
I mean, it was shocking that there should have been 2 calls in the last few minutes, and that's going to make any coach upset about things.
Absolutely. I coached high school for, I can't even count how many years. It was just a long time, wonderful time. And all the belly aching got me nowhere at times. So
all the coaching you do to make sure that they do things right and then to not have things get called is absolutely painstaking.
It's a challenge. All right, we are down to $1:40 on the clock. It's 6-3 for the visiting Warriors, looking to get 4 points on the standings, and that'll be really, really important for them because they were looking at the basic. You know, it's 17 teams, but only 11 teams make the tournament. And here comes Pelletier looking for number 3. Nothing doing as Gilroy closes the gate there.
Grace Manning and Delaney Riley, they are not going to be sending each other Christmas cards going into things, and they're still talking a little bit. As coming off is Grace and Elizabeth Kelly, as they know you could see things are not so kosher right now.
Yeah, sure.
Able to get it out of the zone nicely is Riley Page, who again.
This is a good win for the Warriors here, and
coming up
next they got a tough game with Lebanon Stevens Kearsarge.
Yeah,
but then they can control some of their own fate. They got a home versus Concord, and then they can play. They're playing Bedford, and so that's a 3-game stretch where they could really put themselves in serious tournament contention with a very young team, Kyle.
51 seconds to go, and for Manchester, they have a road game over at St. Anselm College at Sullivan Arena versus the Bedford Bulldogs on Thursday night. An 8:25 start, 8:15 start.
8:15, yeah. And then they got to take on the Clipper Cats, who were the runners-up last year. I got to call that game with Tom King at SNHU Arena in the championship game. And then they play the Clipper Cats, and then they're at Salem, and then they're at Keene, Monadnock, Fall Mountain. And look, they've got to hold serve when they can, Kyle.
Great skating ability going down the center of the ice.
Oh, what a save by Harris.
We're on some hat
she
trick.
A field hockey goalie?
I wasn't sure on that. Oh,
that one might have hit the net. I thought it did. Did not, according to the Zebras out there.
They're closer and have a better angle than we do.
Yep, and it remains 6-3. We're at the 10-second mark and counting. And that bus, the diesel engines are already turned over and running.
Yeah, this has been a fun game here. Again, Manchester with a 1-0 lead, but they will fall a 6-3 loss here on the hands of the St. Thomas.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
A lot of Saints going on here, and the Green Saint Warriors
well, I'll tell you,
get the win.
There were 3 Warriors players who scored 2 goals. They wear 17, 18, and 19. What are the odds of that happening? That's Pelletier, Hobbs, and Grella. My vote today, Kyle, would go to the freshman. That's Elizabeth Pelletier. She played lights out, and she was involved. She had herself 2 goals and was involved everywhere on the ice. Forechecking, back-checking, obviously goal scoring. Important game for her.
Yeah, I gonna stay with that, and it was a good game. And
we have consensus. Is there white smoke at the Vatican?
We have 3 players with 2 goals in this game, which is impressive to see.
Really amazing.
So,
and then anyway, we got it was 1-1 after 1. It looked like it was going to be a slow game, and then we had just a barrage of goals the rest of the way. And it's a 6-3 final. What final thoughts there, Kyle?
Well, it's for Manchester, they got to get back into the win column. They've had a couple of games that just have not gone their way. And, again, they've been giving up 6+ goals over the past couple games between Kingswood and here. So they got to figure out their scoring and kind of get a little bit stronger on the defense.
Well, 25 saves from Gilroy couldn't get the job done today because it was an onslaught. And then I think all that possession time for the Warriors was critical. But entertaining game with lots of meaningful playoff and tournament implications here, Kyle. We're lucky we got to watch it.
Certainly, and good to see Elizabeth Pelletier and Riley Page having a moment together here.
Yeah,
but
sure.
We'll call it a day here as I got to get to Central and Pinkerton basketball. But for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, for my good friend Rich McDonough, I'm Kyle Heath from Manchester Public Television. We'll see you again soon for more high school hockey, high school basketball, and all the great coverage that we do here on Manchester Public Television. So thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you again soon, and good night.